Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So it's been some kind of a day, bruh. I'm sitting here, I'm going insane. I'm losing my mind. I I don't know if I've seen the community more whiny ever. I don't think so. Since the second it was confirmed to be a Broly celebration, I have seen non-stop whining, and it is only getting worse. Guys, I feel like I want to start this video by saying, for me, Dokkan kind of is my job, right? The game is not your job. Like, if you are not having fun, you are not in a shackle and chains forced to play it. Like, just getting that out there, because it does not seem like most of y'all enjoy this shit at all, dude. The way people are complaining, holy hell. So, we got a couple of different things. I was planning on making a video about this. Well, okay, no, this is Broly, so we'll talk about the Broly stuff. This as well. So, what it is, let me actually pull the tweet up. Oh, okay. It's a reply to me. It's a reply right there. There we go. Perfect. Thank you, Zaid. Okay. All right. So, this is a thing right here. And people are really mad at this. So, this is the link level event from the 2023 Worldwide Download Celebration. So, we got some Elder Kais. We got, some stones right there. Here's the missions from this year. It's just link skill balls, right? Then we have, this is the Tanabata Supreme Magnificent Battle, event missions, right? So you see ticket stones, ticket stones, ticket stones, ticket stones, and then there's the wallpaper once you beat all the stages. And then here, this is the Supreme Magnificent Battle for the current celebration, the Worldwide Download Celebration. Most of it is tickets and stones, but then the missions that dropped today, right here, is just tickets. It's only tickets. There's not actually stones. So people are fuming over that. Dude, they were so mad over this. I don't think this is the biggest deal, but it's because these celebrations are planned way ahead of time, and there's an amount of stones allocated for the celebration. Now, this is where people can... I know how people are going to reply to things and how they're going to, they just... I mean, people are idiots, man. Like, I'm sorry. I was gonna throw it out there, man. Like, come on. Like let's just be serious, man. The thing is, it's true though. Like, these celebrations are playing right ahead of time. Stones are allocated. I don't think this matters if this celebration has more stones than last year, right? Because exactly where they come in the celebration, I don't think matters so much. So, again, like, people are fucking infuriated with this. Oh, my God! Oh, so mad. But it's like, I think that these stones are literally just, like, given out in, like, the SNS campaigns and shit like that, right? Like, I remember going over this exact effing point during the Piccolo Jr. and 23rd World Tournament Goku celebration, where it's like, people are mad that, like, we're getting insane just, like, login bonuses and stuff like that, and that they don't actually have to grind the currency up. That's what I'm saying right here. That's all this is. Now, I wanted to, like, some of these comments here, like, people are just a little bit of clowns. We're gonna get into this. People are ridiculous, man. You guys, if you fuckers really want to come here just to fight with me, man, I'll fight. Let's fight. Let's go. Let's go. I'm built for this shit. Let's go, dude. But I lost my train of thought. Hold on. I want to wait till the end of the celebration to see what the final stone count is, right? Because I try not to just immediately, scream into rage. It's 1 second into it. Let's find out for sure. Like, okay, like, if there's less stones this year, and, like, they took stones out of these missions, and, they took stones out of these missions, and then it's like, yeah, dude, like, for real, like, that's unfair, it's stupid, that's a good point, right? 100%. But, like, that's not something we're gonna know for still a couple of more weeks. Like, we don't know what part 3 is. And I mean, there's even about the celebration, we have seen so much complaining. It's like people just say shit and then they make no attempt at even just like check into what they're saying is even true. Like everywhere I'm seeing that the celebration has no content, which is just not true. The celebration has a shit ton of content. It has more content than last year's Worldwide. The difference, though, is that all of these fights genuinely suck ass. They do. They do. These fights are not good. These memorable battle fights are too quick. It's like I could live with the Super Saiyan Go. Like the first 4 sucked. I could live with the next 2. But then, again, then we get 2 more just one phase fights, exact same. It sucks. The Supreme Magnificent Battle fights are just not strong enough. I mean, I think that one thing that's a bit of an issue here is that Global stupidly did not get the 2 hardest. Like, I don't know. God damn it, dude. Like Amatsu really can't even do this thing. The biggest issue hovering over everything, the real fucking meat of the problem, is the sync sucked. It was handled so terribly. That is the true issue. And I mean, once we get into it, it's difficult. We need to scroll and find it. But like in here, like once people start getting into it, the problem is the sync, right? Like they dropped 50. It's not that they just dropped like filler banners and shit like that, right? Like that's not what Global just got. It's like Tech UI Goku is the shit dropping. Like I sit there and tell people all year, like, yeah, skip this, skip this, skip this. Not Dokkan Fest LRs, though. And then it's like you get, like, Global players, you get Beast Gohan Dokkan Fest LR, and then, like, next week, Tech UI Goku Dokkan Fest LR, and then, like, 2 weeks later, another Dokkan Fest LR, right? Like, that's a lot. 100%. So, like, the sync was handled terribly to where they just threw a bunch of shit right at the last second. So people are frustrated with, like, lack of stones to be able to summon for that. 100% I'm on board with that aspect of it. Nobody, and I mean nobody, thinks that the sync was handled good. They literally did a fucking filler banner in April. They did a filler banner in April just so they could spam 7 Dokkan Fest LRs in like a 5-week period. Like, make it make sense, man. All they had to do, well, one thing. In April, don't release a mother effing filler banner, dude. Drop Ginyu, both versions, same time. Not tough. And then in June, Cell Max, both versions, same time. Not tough to do. That is Dokkan's mistake. Is just the sync just so bad. It feels extra egregious, extra terrible, extra horrible, considering they announced the sync a full year ago. And it's like, oh, okay, so and then all of a sudden the sync is going to be, a year later. So they announced it 2023 worldwide, and then the sync actually happens 2024 worldwide. So you think, oh my God, plenty of time, right? Plenty of time to make the schedule work. Nope, they didn't. So, like, that's 100% valid. And, I mean, as we scroll through in here, if we have people talking about lack of stones from succession of banners, I think that's really, really good. But I do think a lot of the stuff that people are complaining about is just a little bit like, I don't know. It's just people looking to complain. Like, I've been around the community for a long time. Oh, I mean, this is a good point, but I mean, 100% I agree. So this is JP top grossing, right? So JP gets top grossing and they hand out the rewards within 2 seconds. I mean, the banner was up at 10 p.m. my time. And what time did Dokkan make a tweet? Let's pull it up. Here we go. Banner was up at 10 p.m. my time. 2 a.m. they're tweeting about top grossing rewards. Now, they didn't actually give them out at this time. But this is when they first acknowledged that it's going to happen. 2 a.m. Dude, like, this is actually, like, fastest top grossing ever or something like that. Or, like, right there. Like, it's, like, right there. I think it's because of Broly. Broly is super popular in Japan. So, like, it makes a ton of sense that this is, like, super popular and stuff like that. But, like, JP gets their rewards super quick. And then for global, it's just like, all right, we're waiting forever. Like, yeah, it's dumb. But, like, I mean, again, that's another thing. I'm on board with y'all. I've been saying how stupid that is. I think that if global or JP gets top grossing, just both versions get the rewards at the same time. Like, I mean, if I was in charge, global would be getting the top grossing stones at the same time, right? I think that a lot of the stuff this year has been handled badly. And, I mean, you could even pull up, you know, receipts of me talking about this year. I mean, you go back to, like, March and shit like that, and I'm saying I'm very nervous. I think the rest of this year is going to be a nightmare for global players, and people are going to be hugely frustrated. And that's exactly what's happened, right? I think once we get into 2025, when global has actually finally got everything, and everything is caught up, and global's on a normal schedule, I think people will calm down. But, brah, people are going crazy right now, man. It is nuts, dude. See, like a lot of this is, it's like so many different points are being kind of like mixed together, right? Where it's like, the problem is the sync, yeah. But then they start talking about like these other missions and shit like that. Like that's connected. Like the final stone count of the worldwide is not a connected problem to Tech UI Goku coming out a month ago, right? Let's see, like, let's take a look. Okay, taking away stones, giving us useless tickets. I mean, I'm not going to fight that. The tickets are mostly worthless. But it's still content, though. That's the thing. Like, people scream and cry about content, and then they give content, and then it's like, well, no. Like, the rewards aren't good enough, so I'm not doing it. Blue skill orbs are also shitty. They suck ass. Nobody's arguing against that. Like, we need those. Generally, you can't relate because you're in a situation where you have no stones. I mean, yeah, that's true, but I also buy them. Like, I do spend the money on them. Like, that's money that's just, like, gone. Like, I don't... It's not like... like, Bandai... Like, okay, guys. Alright. Bandai doesn't give me stones for free. Like, we all get this, right? Like, I do have to actually buy them. Like, I don't just, you know, walk outside and, oh, man, I've got tons of free stones. Like, I do have to actually buy them, right? Like, I do. Can you explain how, at least on the global side, it isn't fair criticism? We just got hit harder than ever in the game's history. Yeah, but, I mean, but that's, like, I do agree with that. I do agree that the sync was handled poorly. This is what I'm saying. Like, when we get into this, the real meat of this is just the problem with the sync, which I agree with. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm not even pushing back against that. I just don't think that this shit, I'm sorry, I don't think it's a big deal, provided that this celebration still has a bigger reward, like stone pool than last year's. I think if it doesn't, then yeah, you know, like you know, they fucked us. They fucked y'all. Like for sure. Like, be mad. Like, I get that. But that's that. I mean, we cover this. Like, again, I feel like we've covered most of the point, right? Like, people are just furious right now. I think this is going to go on for probably still a couple of months, because it's like, I don't know, they're going to drop, like, the Daima characters, and then there's, like, another Dokkan Fest that's going to be a week before, and then they're going to, like, shadow drop Jiren in here somewhere, and people are going to continue to be really pissed off. So, I mean, I do fully expect this. I mean, here's the thing. You got me. Time to reply with my favorite Walter White gif. You got me. You got me. The one thing I'll say this. You guys can feel free to be mad at me. I mean, I'm not going to ban anyone. I will yell back if I think it's stupid. I hate reasonable criticism. No, that's not true. That's not true. If it's something I disagree with, I'm going to tell you I disagree with it. That's all it is. And I don't really care if people overly disagree with me. Like, I'm going to tell you what I think. I like crit on Gohan. I want to get a couple more of these, and then I do want to talk about the comments here. I mean, these are some of the stupidest comments I've ever gotten, man. Like, I had to just straight up leave a pinned comment. Like, you guys are actually, like, being clowns right now. Look at this. Yeah, dude, look how fast it's filling up, man. I'm sorry, the Broly doesn't look that crazy to me, dude. We'll get into that in 2 seconds. Do we need to look at more of these? We could. Biggest celebration in Dokkan history. I mean, I don't... that's the 9th... Bro, I mean, I was going into the celebration saying, like, it's impossible to be better than the 9th anniversary. Like, this is not me saying that. Summon on the banner 3 times. Can't grind any stones. I ain't spending money to get shaft anymore. Yeah, I strongly encourage people not to spend money, right? Like, it's just, like, I mean, it sucks. I like, you're not going to be able to pull every single character, right? Like, that's just how it works. Unless you're spending money, you're not going to be able to get every character. But it's a gacha game. Like guys, we're playing a gacha game. Now, what I do is I will recommend players to just, skip all the little bullshit and summon for only the big banners. But again, because the sync was handled so poorly, that's impossible because they're all right next to each other, right? Now this I don't know. Does the Dokkan just like not actually playing the game? I have no clue because I mean all we're seeing is just nonstop complaining. Now I would like to think a lot of this is extra frustration about the sync. So I'll be very curious to see in like March next year. Are we getting a lot of things where people are, oh my god, we're so mad about this, we're so mad about that. We'll see. We were getting stones and tickets. Yeah, but see, here's the point, STRUI Goku hater. By the way, I'm with you right there. Yeah, fuck STRUI. Here's the thing about this. The stones were probably just given as, like, extra, like, login gifts, SNS campaign, shit like that. Like, that's the thing. Like you guys have already gotten them, and you just don't even realize. That's the whole point of my tweet. Not that one. Well, we'd have to scroll back up, but where I said, like, people are complaining about free shit that they don't have to grind, because that's all that the situation is right here, man. Someone's playing with, I guarantee they have every character on that ticket banner. Probably a lot of, well, wait, ticket banner. No, okay, so he's going to be referring to the really shitty, this one, the Supreme Magnificent Battle banner. For sure. No one is defending this crappy banner. Where is it? Let me just pull it up, because I do like to visualize stuff. This bullshit right here. Yeah, I mean, this sucks. Let's look at this. None of these guys are really that good. Even coming into here, like, in Golden Freeze is okay, but like at Super Bosses needs to be good, and Super Bosses isn't really that good. It's like summoning on this. It's pulling a character who you hope is going to be good after they super easy A. It's going to be some shit like that, right? Like, you're going to pull, like, STR Broly. Maybe it's your last copy to Rainbow him, and then you hope that his super easy A is good. By the way, we might get details in an hour. I'll probably put this up as my first video in the morning. I would like to get more people's thoughts in here. Don't go back to your bad takes from the 9th anniversary? Bad takes. No, X-Pumker. Pretty sure I was spitting, bruh. Pretty sure I was spitting. Bad takes. I can't recall what you're saying, bruh. To be fair, I wasn't going to do this until these dumbasses in here, man. I'm sorry. Now, I don't expect people to watch a 1 hour long video before commenting, but I would be remiss to not mention how fucking stupid these comments are when I explain all of this shit within the first 2 minutes that, like, all these guys are talking about. Driving me nuts, dude. This, Mr. Defense doesn't like a defensive unit. The problem is the defensive unit isn't that defensive unless very specific circumstances are hit. Which, again, at first, everyone is like, oh, yeah, blah, 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 blah. But then, like, once people start actually watching the video come in, it's like, oh, yeah, because you didn't look that fucking good in the video. That might be why. Hello. Hello. All right, so, yeah, here, I want to look at some of these replies. Let's see. People read the title, immediately went to comment. Yeah, it's like, so many comments in this video are like, oh, that character doesn't do damage, so now they're not that good. No one's really talking about damage. Like, what? Hello? I don't really care about damage. I'll give the family Kamehameha LR, a lot of respect for their damage. Why, chat? Can you answer? It's a very obvious answer. Can you answer? You better be able to answer. It's because they could kill the boss before the boss could literally even attack, right? And guess what the family Kamehameha does? They're way better fucking defensively than Broly. Oh my god. You throw up that Broly, or this, right here. Guess who's damaging this character? Nobody. No one. It's not happening. They just sit there like that. They can't be damaged, and then they could one-shot the boss. Like, it's, hello. Because I'm seeing a lot of people are talking about, like, oh, he loves the damage family Kamehameha. Guys, they're invincible defensively, man. Like, when I'm using this character, I'm just going to be sitting in this the whole time. Like, I love LR Jiren. Is it because of his 40 million attack stats? No. It's because he has 100% fucking damage reduction in his standby, guys. Like, that's why. You know? Like, people are talking about, oh, the defensive Int Broly. Int Broly can't even sit in slot 1 against most of these bosses. You literally have to either have his revive up, which it takes a long time to get his revive up, or you have to have his domain up. So it's like already you're killing one of the main options on the team, which is AGL Broly. Like, when I'm going into some of this shit, like the Goku and Frieza fight, like, I'm probably just not going to bring AGL Broly on the team. That hurts. And, I mean, I'm also seeing a lot of people not really understanding. So, again, this guy, he's only good if either he's revived, so you have all this up, or the domain is up, so he's guarding. When those two things are not up, this guy is like he's really shitty. He sucks. He does nothing because he's not good defensively at all. I mean, again, in this video where all the smartasses are commenting, "Oh, we're so smart. we're so smart." He gets fucking blasted in this video after attacking. Right? He attacks and then gets obliterated, this Broly. So, yeah, sorry. Like, he's just shitty besides when the domain is up or the revive is up. And these are heavily conditioned as well. We could bring, like, in Fat Boo and then just immediately throw him out to die. I guess could be a good way to do it. Now, we will never be able to get this for Broly, but we will get this, which makes a significant difference. And again, when I'm talking about this guy being mid and not as impressive as he should be, and he seems wonky and shit like that, again, chat, I mean, he's not a yellow coin sub EZA, man. Like, he's not, you know, or a yellow coin EZA. He's not a sub EZA. He's not any of those. He's a Dokkan Fest LR. Guys, he's a Dokkan Fest... Guys, he's a Dokkan Fest LR. You want to know who a Dokkan Fest LR is? That came out 7 months ago? 7 months ago? 7 months ago. Do you know that he has this ability for free, essentially? Immediately. Always. This, and Broly gets that's what Broly gets after reviving. And it's a worse buff. Because it's less defense and no damage reduction. People just, like, are so biased, so unable to, like, actually just, like, think about this stuff. Like, you know, guys, guess what? I'm not making shit up. Like, I actually put a lot of thought into this. I don't know. Did you realize? Oh, I guess not. I guess not. So, I would be much more on board with this guy if he was actually a defensive juggernaut, right? Like, many of this, of this part of his kit, like, if his guard was baseline, he would be way better. If this was baseline, he'd be way better. If this was baseline, he'd be way better. One of these things needed to be baseline for him. He just doesn't do enough without his extra abilities. And then here's the other thing, too. Again, the domain. You need a full uncontrollable power category, man. Like, so many people are like, why aren't you using LR Turles? Because you can't use his domain, dude. Like, I don't want to go into, you know, like the Goku and Frieza fight. We put Turles on the team, and then 17 keeps him locked, and then we're not able to use the domain, and then this fodder character gets railroaded by, like, 17 and Golden Frieza, right? So, for a Dokkan Fest LR, and just compared to the other 3 LRs, this guy's not even close. At the moment, I mean, I haven't done the long video yet. Like, we're going to do a nice, you know, good long video on him. I don't even think this guy is top 10. And, like, I know a lot of people immediately would start the waterworks and they'd start crying. Oh, boo-hoo. No, what? Huh? What? But, like, dude, let's go through it unit by unit. Int Broly is nowhere near these guys at the top. He's not even close. He's nowhere within their realm. No. Nope. None of them. None of them. Cell Max, most underrated character in the game's history, by the way. So we're talking about just Int Broly, right? Not him. Int Broly. There's no way I'm putting him above AGL UI. insane. No way I'm putting in Broly above Evolution Blue Vegeta. No way. Tech UI, not a chance. Jiren, hell no. Like, in Broly, it's like, maybe I could start considering him down here, but it's like Gogeta. I'm taking Gogeta over Int Broly. I probably like AGL Broly more. I don't know. AGL Broly is where I think I could start to think about it, because AGL Broly really is just super mid in base or bad, and then he transforms and he's like a really gigaton damage unit. But it's like, I mean, at the same time, we could think about in Broly, it's like, you know, he's really mid if his revive or domain are not up. But then once they're up, he actually is a defensive juggernaut, right? Which I will always take over. Defense is always better than offense. But that's what so much of this comment section is missing out on. This guy, like, they're acting like this Broly is Beast Gohan. He's not. He's not. He's Potential Man. This is Potential Man. You guys are defending Potential Man. He theoretically could be this good. And that's what people are hung up on in this comment section down here. No, this is not true. I mean, I use the cat emoji in every possible circumstance. I use the cat emoji. So this is just a person not knowing anything about me. Here you go. You got it. Yeah, you got it. Because I'm looking at all this stuff today, and it's like, bruh, a lot of y'all are just fucking ridiculous right now. Look at the horrible showcase. No, it's not. No, it's not. Like, this is just bullshit and wrong. No, the fuck it's not. This is not a bad showcase where I'm going for an hour, going through all these events, going through all the abilities. We're going through a tough fight. We use everything. We use the domain. We use the revive. We see, you know, points where this character struggles, right? When Champa is blasting this fool away. Look at this. This is the character people are defending right here, by the way. This is the character people are defending. So here he goes. Nice little super attack right away. Gets 100% defense right there. Okay, pretty good. So notice he super attacked first, by the way. All right, now the boss supers. And then, wha-bam, 400k. That's not a defensive unit. 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 So people going, oh, Mr. Defense doesn't like the defensive unit. He's not a defensive unit. Man, if half the time, he's actually just going to be super mid as hell. Not really a fan of that whatsoever. So I don't know. Like people just like, you know, like, this is just stupid. This is a clown comment. Do better. I need Hayton Horton to do fucking better. Why would you ever run the slot 2 character as the lead? As the leader of the team? He's a fucking Dokkan Fest LR, dude. And you talking about because he's in slot 1? He got supered after he attacked. Like, this, like people don't even, they don't even use their fucking brains sometimes. These situations where Broly looks like shit, he attacked first. He attacked first. What? I can't believe how little thought people put into these comments sometimes, man. This is not a horrible showcase. This is showing the weakness of the character, dude. Let's watch it again. Let's watch it again. All right, there he supered, by the way. Broly supered first. And then here we are getting blasted by a weak as hell attack. Because guess what? That attack is weak as hell. I don't have the tab open. Let me pull it up. Right here. This is what people are defending. Like, please stop. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. I got to read the rest of that comment, though. Let's see. Why you put him in slot 1? Wait, okay, so he's talking about slot 1 right here, but then he's talking about lead. So you don't, so we're saying, so we're protecting this Dokkan Fest LR. No, he's actually so good. No, dude, he's actually so crazy. But you can't run him as a fucking leader, even though he's a Dokkan Fest LR. And you can't run him as slot 1, even though so he's a defensive Dokkan Fest LR who you can't run as a lead, and you can't put him as slot 1. So he sucks. He sucks. We love Int, but this guy's mid. Yes, he is. He's literally only good when the domain is up or the revive is up. I think he's pretty good when those are up. But those are also heavily conditioned. That's the thing. You can use the domain, but you have to be running basically full uncontrollable power. Heavily conditioned. You can revive with him, but it has to be his third turn, heavily conditioned. Again, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm being too mean to people, but a lot of you guys aren't putting very much thought into what you're saying. You're just not. You're just not. You're not. You're not. You're not. You can have a domain up the whole fight with 3 Broly's, including Super Broly. The thing is, I'm really probably not going to run EGL Broly with this Imp Broly, I think. Because it's like, we need to be able to pop in Broly's domain at any time to use it when we need it, I think. And EGL Broly, like, that means EGL Broly's domain, like, it's just going to get in the way. It's going to clash. So, I thought originally from his initial details, I was really thinking that it was actually set up well because we would just pop his domain right away and, we'd be good and then we could transform a Broly. But now I just think I'm not even running EGL Broly on the team. That's what I'm thinking. A great unit I'm ignoring the value of. I'm not ignoring the value of it. I talked about it well. I can explain it well. Broly has less value than any character here, basically except for EGL Broly. I think, Int Broly, so we'd have this. I think STR Gohan is probably 1. I want to do his long video first, but STR Gohan is probably 1. So I think I would have this Int Broly probably as 11. And maybe I put AGL Broly as 12, maybe. Might be what I'm considering. Truth I'm trying to deflect. No, I'm pointing out holes in what a lot of you guys are saying. Yeah, here you go. Yeah, so I mentioned this about Metal Cooler, and it's definitely not really a great comparison. But it reminds me of the same thing where a lot of people were talking about Metal Cooler 2 years ago. And, oh, dude, his utility is so good. The utility is so valuable for villains. And even back then, it's like, yeah, no. No, actually, it's not. I was never a fan of Metal Cooler and his make-believe utility, which is just throw him out to die and he revives and you get a free turn, I guess. And this Broly's utility, not a fan. You know how this Broly would be way better? You just give him permanent guard, the 60% damage reduction, and then you give him this for free. This should be free, and this should be free. And now you're talking about now you're talking about a unit that's actually going to help, like Tech Broly and these characters, because he actually would be invincible. This is a fake defensive unit. His chains are fucking fake, okay? He's fake. The fake defensive unit is what this guy is. Why do I hate extreme units? Oh, why do they? Okay, I was like, wait, what? Me? You guys must have forgot the way I've been championing for Sal Max. But yeah, he said, why do they? Yeah, dude. Thank you. Holy hell. I could totally get... It's an hour-long video. So, people are going to comment before, duh. But, at a certain point, it's like, you guys, I mean, it gets a little ridiculous for some of these comments in. Yeah, see, this is where people start talking, they start talking, and they just sound like fucking fools, man. I'm sorry. That boy, you're a fool. You're a fool. You're a fool. The points where he unimpressed me, and I was really like, oh my god, this is gross, is after he attacked. So it's just a silly, ridiculous comment. Sorry, bud. Compared him to AGL Broly and Gogeta, yeah, that's about the level he's on. Sorry. He sucks most of the fight. Kind of like AGL Broly. Well, Gogeta's got the Rainbow Orb change in, though. But, base Gogeta, base AGL Broly, that, yeah, that's what Int Broly is. He's right around what they are, where he's mid most of the fight, but then you get that good shit up. You've transformed into Blue Gogeta, you got the active up. You've transformed into AGL Broly. He does 50 billion damage with his 500 supers and is a very competitive defensive unit, right? Int Broly, same thing. He sucks until you get the domain up, till you got the revive up, and then he will cook. He will chef it up. Yeah, he doesn't feel good to use, not tanky. Exactly, yep. Oh, wait, okay. You use Broly horribly. Post-intro, which you clearly forgot about. Post-intro? What, is defensive support? I don't... Yeah, okay. There's 40% defense. My guy. It's 40%... 40% defense. You know the boss is super for 6 million, right? Adam? You know they super for 6 million now, right? 40% defense? Okay. Type class disadvantage. Yeah, but guess what? I'm sorry, I don't care. People are saying this is a defensive unit, man. Like, look at the mountain of excuses. It's like, bro, I'm told this is a defensive unit that can't tank. It's a defensive unit that's not defensive, man. Complain about how much he took. Yeah, because it was pathetic. It was pathetic. Prioritize 24 key for no reason. Yeah, I don't know. We kind of would want him to super. And, I mean, we'd want him to do at least a little bit of damage as a Dokkan Fest LR. Certainly. Defense, most important, for sure. But guess what? He can't do damage, and he can't really tank most of the time. So what is he doing? Nothing. Never insult your knowledge of the game, but you're looking at the role of this role all wrong. Set him up to fail. I didn't set him up to fail. He showed how he fails himself. Support utility unit. No, dude, shut that support shit down. I mean, sure, a little bit of defense at the start. But, like, when people are talking about this guy supporting, they're going to be talking about this. That shit, dude, you're not seeing this almost ever. Look at this. Broly himself has to revive to get this up, dude. The minimum, you understand? Perfect RNG. This is up on turn 7. Think about that. Perfect RNG. This is a turn 7 ability. This guy is a mess. It's a mess of a character. Mess. It's a mess. Yeah, see, dude. He survived the 2 million super at basically his floor. No. Bosses are supering for 6 million, buddy. We're not doing this shit where it's like on turn... You said basically his floor. What turn was that? That was, yeah, his floor on turn... What, 4 and 5? Bro, if you're struggling against a 2 million super on turn 5... I don't know what to say. That is no good. Let's get back. I want to finish this comment. At his ceiling, he's one of the best. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I do agree. But guess what we're doing? We're looking at what he could do and not what he does. I'm very consistent. My arguments are in line with shit I've been talking all year, right? And then, you know, some of y'all, you could look to your left and look to your right and you go, oh, fuck. Yeah, that's true. I'm being consistent. This Broly is a potential man. I tell you guys all the time, focus on what he does, not what they could do. Focus on what they do, not what they could do. People are obsessed with potential man Broly, what he could do. And it's a mistake. People are making a mistake with that. How many times do you see the SS Trio get obliterated in your videos? This is true. They have, yeah, plenty. Yep. They've gotten clapped up quite a few times. But there's a huge difference between them and this Broly. They are covering the team in so much support, literally always, that they're making older characters really feel relevant. LR Super Saiyan 4 Goku actually felt comfortable to me to run in really challenging fights because of their support. Broly, again, say it with me, chat, turn 7. I don't know what they were thinking. This character is a mess. How many times do they tank like a champ? Plenty, yep. But again, this is true. They have been clapped up quite a few times. Beast gets clapped up too in his worst situations. Yeah, true. But the problem, Adam, is you're talking about worst situations. The problem is that Beast's worst situation is really hard to see. Goku, Gohan, and Trunks' worst situation, easier to see, or not really worse, but just a bad situation. Much easier to see than Beast, right? But Broly, his worst situation is most of the fight, my man. Broly is in his worst situation most of the time, dude. Yeah, but, okay, but, dude, this Broly as part, like, if he's a slot 2 character, he sucks in slot 2. We didn't see him tank well and he doesn't really do damage well. He's not doing very much. Like, like, guys, like, are you even... If this guy is a slot 2 character, he's not worth running. We get that, right? I don't know. I'm a little confused, man. I don't think so. Benefits more from the 12 key. Anyway, well, I mean, at best, it's still only a 50-50 that he gets the extra little buff. He's referring to this. It's a 50% chance of 30% more defense. I mean, yeah, I'll definitely take it, sure, but... Moving slower is better. Yes. So a lot of these fights, you're not going to benefit as much from just blowing away like the weaker phases as fast as possible to get to the big boss before you have time to get this shit up, right? I mean, that does apply to this Broly too, because again, if you don't have his revive up, I mean, it's, you know, it's going to be looking a little spooky right here, right here, right here. When Broly got hit by Champa, you had his domain available. Yep, sure. But again, you're usually going to want to save that for like the nastiest part of the phase or nastiest part of the fight, not like a fodder boss. Like, it's like, you're saying like, yeah, we had to use Broly's domain against a boss who was fodder, man. Like, that's not good. With his guard up, he would tank really good. Again, there's no, I mean, I'm just telling the truth about the character. When that domain is up, or he's revived, he's gonna be impressive. Yeah, but that's not most of the fight. Okay, and have the revive available. Yep, not meant to be a mainly trigger like an Axis or standby. Yeah, but again, that's the thing. Like, you gotta do the revive for him to even be able to compete with other LRs. Like, people just completely, like, kind of, like, lost the plot of what this guy is. He's a Dokkan Fest LR who is not even close to the other, like, Dokkan Fest LR and Carnival LRs in the celebration. He's not even close to them. Really like the Broly. I just think you keep focusing what you want a Broly to be instead of what he is. He's really good. Well, no, I mean, what's funny, Thomas, is I would actually say, like, I would flip that on you. I think you're focusing on what Broly could be rather than what he actually is. I think that's the major issue that's going on here. All right, yeah, that's it. Again, I mean, you guys can understand that, like, these comments start like that, and then you start to get a little bit deeper, and it's, like, people who have actually, like, you know, like, heard my arguments and seen the stuff, and then you just get, like, a huge war. I don't know. Community been on edge a lot lately. We will see. 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 Chat, do you think they know that Gohan is, like, untouchable in a standby? Like, do people think he doesn't have 77% damage reduction and guard up at all times? And then he's got this? By the way, Broly could sure use this right here. You guys think Broly would be a lot better with that up? I do. Like, I have this character as #1, I think. Again, nothing is in stone until I do the long videos. I don't like to jump into it, right? Like, these are still more so sort of preliminary thoughts. But like, it's an untouchable character who then one-shots any boss, man. Like, like, saying like how I rated Gohan because of damage, like, is kind of tone deaf, man. Like, it's untouchable. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys thought. Lot of hilarity. I do not mind people pushing back on me hard. It doesn't bother me. I will push back if I don't agree, but I think, again, feel free to keep doing this. I mean, no one gets banned. I'm not banning anyone. But leaves Broly in harm's way. Dude, defense on his intro. Like, you guys are insane, dude. Like, do you guys think this shit matter? Like, this shit matters for him? Like, he's gonna go from tanking 6 million Goku and Frieza, like, super, to being clapped up just without this? Like, it's a nice little buff to give to all the rest of the villains. Like, you know, easy attack Broly to help him out a little bit and shit like that. But, like, bro, like, what are y'all talking about? Dude, fucker, you're talking about like he's getting 50% damage reduction from this shit or something, son. You talking about? Alright, I'm done. I'm done. I'm sorry. Please leave a ton of comments on this video right here. I think the comments on this video, insane. A lot of the shit people are talking today, insane. Maybe I am the insane one. Because I feel like everyone else is going crazy, dude. It's craziness. Crazy. No, I explained it. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Ah, damn it. Alright, anyway. Truth isn't a defense. He likes to give units dodge for the dopamine hit. Do I get a bigger dopamine hit when I dodge a super compared to when I pull a unit? I would say so. I would say, yeah, maybe he's right. Maybe Beta Cuck is onto something here. Maybe. Dude, yeah, see, again, people have no fucking idea what they're talking about, man. No clue. No clue what they're talking about. Not a goddamn clue what they're talking about. This, moving forward, man, this is potential. Get Megumi from JJK off that fucking meme. I want him on that. This is potential, man. Right there.